What's up guys, Scrubkin here, back again bringing you another deck profile, and this time it's actually my deck. It is Pendulum Magician. So this weekend I went to the Laurel, Maryland regional and I played a Pendulum Magician. So one of my more favorite decks to use at the moment. Not sure if that's going to change next weekend when the whole Dark Ruler, No More, and the Nibiru drops. It's going to be interesting to see how the meta changes because of that. Still love this deck. This deck is awesome. I ended up bubbling out in the last 2 rounds of the regional, so I didn't make top cut. 2 points from top cut, so close. Very disappointing, but here's the deck profile. So, of course, you gotta play 3 of one of the best cards in the deck, Dark Worm. He's disgusting. He gets you out of sticky situations. With that, you play 1 Gate 0. So Dark Run, of course, searches Gate 0. Don't play more than 1. I was testing out with 2. Didn't work out so well, so so I just played 1. I just played 2 Curtain Raiser. I think this is a good ratio. I mean, this kind of sometimes conflicts with Dark Worm at very few times. But what you can do, you could activate Curtain Raiser to get a scale, get a counter, and then special summon him, and then just normal summon the Dark Worm, and then get a search. So that's another way of doing it. If you're in time, they're both rank 4s, and you'll see my extra deck later. Alright, so 2 Current Raisers. Of course, you play the 3 Chronographs, which just got reprinted in the Fire Fist booster pack. So if you guys are looking for these cards, a lot of them, quite a few good Pendulum cards at least were reprinted, like Chronograph and Cerberus are in there as well. So 3 Chrono, 1 Time Gazer. Drew into there was actually one hand where I drew 3 Chronographs to start the duel. I ended up still winning that one, but it was pretty crazy. I know, of course, the 1 Time Gazer, you can search him off with Chrono, and I mean, he's not really a Garnet. I wouldn't call him a Garnet. I play a couple Garnets in this deck, but not the Time Gazer. You can still use him. Definitely the best card in the deck, and moving forward will be the champion of the deck. Konami, please hollow this card out. Servant of Endymion. This card is amazing. So obviously activating scale, gets the counters off the spell cards activated, and then you can special summon herself and some of the other targets that play there coming up right now. So 2 Endymion itself, he's amazing. When he has the counter, he basically out Sky Striker, and of course big scale, so you know, just a nice big scale to have as well. And then I play 1 Jackal King. I went back and forth with this card. I played a couple before, like Duel 2. Kept drawing him. It's not a card you necessarily want to draw, so you just play him at 1. So Servant, especially because special summon out Jackal, and then when Jackal gets 3 counters on him, or 2 or more, he can be in the gate. So this card is going to be super critical when Nibiru comes out, getting these cards out before you get to that 5th monster on the field. And now that's basically the little engine, the little engine that could. Now I'm just going to go into the Magician side of it. So 2 Harmonizing. Harmonizing is great. Don't necessarily care about seeing him because he's searchable with Electrum, Electromite, and stuff like that. And of course Pen Call. So just 2. Didn't want to clog my deck with too much Magicians, even though it's kind of like a Pendulum Magician dot deck in a way. But yeah, he's the best one, so play him at 2, high scale, and then low scale, Purple Poison. This card is amazing. Its effect to increase your Dark Spellcaster monster during battle by 1200 came up to protect my Jackal, so that's definitely a thing. So watch out for that one. And then the one of Magicians is Dragon Pit, Oath Dragon, so getting back your Harmonizing in the extra deck, and then popping a Spell Trap. Didn't use his effect to pop. He's really just a big scale that's searchable with Dragon Call. With Pendulum Call. And then Oath Dragon Recursion, definitely use it a lot. And then I use 1 Dragon Caller. Did not use this at all this weekend, like at all. I drew it once. You don't necessarily want to draw it. You can't normal summon it if you're in a tight situation. It is a low scale, so that's good. But yeah, I used it just. Yeah, I didn't use it at all, like, to be honest with you. But it's good in case you don't see any Dark Worms or any Dragons, you can still go into your Guard Dragon plays. So I wouldn't necessarily cut it. I just did not necessarily see it this weekend. And then 2 other cards. So Obviously, the boys, Master, the Draco Slayers. I love this engine. It's so good in the mirror match. It's crazy. You'll see in the extra deck, but definitely love these cards. The scales kind of blow, but if you're in a crazy situation, you can still use one or the other, because you do have a lot of level 4s in this deck that could still Pendulum Summon. And in cases where you have Electrum on field, you only are going to Pendulum Summon 2 from the extra deck, so you could still like Pendulum Summon these 2 if you made them using Electrum. So to use Electrum, so it's still not the end of the world in a way. Of course, one Destrudel. Nothing bad to say about this. I actually never drew this, but to prevent that, I drew Aether almost every duel in my opening hand. It's ridiculous. This card just loves me this weekend. Really good. Great out to just random cards, but this card was in my hand so many times this weekend that I don't know, but it's okay. Shield's great. That's all for the monsters. So now or the Pendulum monsters at least. I'm moving on to the pure spells. We got Mastery to go with the Endymion package. This card is amazing. This card is amazing. Just like Servant, this card is MVP. And if you had Servant on field while this is there, gets another counter for free. So it's even better. Duelist Alliance, really good. Only time I really sided this out was against Thunder, because obviously you can't really search, so that's the only thing, gives you free counters. Duelist Alliance, Pen Call. Of course, this card's amazing. The most broken thing in this deck that you can do is activate Pen Call and discard Dark Worm. That's just disgusting. And especially on Dark Worm and just go off. Yeah, Pen Call is amazing. Just playing that too, you don't really want to clog your hand with this. Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine, it's just another way of getting Dark Worm engraved. And Foolish is, you give you some options, right? Another way of getting Dark Worm, or Destrudel if you're in a tight spot and you don't think you're gonna really go into the Guard Dragon plays with, they have a couple negates here and there. So that's kind of a mini engine there. I know a couple Pendulum players do not play this, but I sure do. It's called by the Grave. Ogre was crazy this weekend, and I protected my Electromite because of this card. So I know some people don't play it. They're like, oh, I'll just play more extenders or we could work through it. Now, there's a lot of duels where if Ogre would have hit my Electrum, I would have been done. And Called by the Grave definitely saved me there. So Ogre is the card. It sure is. And last spice in the deck is Cosmic Cyclone. This card won me all the mirror matches, essentially. Whenever I saw this card, I don't think I actually lost whenever I saw this card, to be honest with you. This card is so good. I mean, no one expected me to main this. They're like, oh man, you're what? When they call it for Pendulum Call, to Pendulum Summon, you could just banish their scale. It works around Pendulum Call because Pendulum Call protects from destruction. This doesn't destroy. The multi-roll hits. It's just so good. So no one expected this in the main deck at all, and it worked to my favor. I absolutely love this card in general, not just in Pendulums, but this card is just such a good mana call right now. That's interesting. So yeah, 2 Cosmic. Now to the extra deck. So of course the boy, you gotta bring this boy back to more than one, like unlimited. Come on, Konami, please. Electromite, he is the soul of the extra deck essentially. He gets everything going. There's a lot of times I didn't even use his effect. His effect to pop your scale or pop a card and then draw a card whenever your scale's popped is amazing as well. So yeah, of course, one of that. We have one sealed for the whole Guard Dragon stuff. So LP, aggro, nothing crazy here. These cards are the deck. We got a, didn't really fix my extra deck, but triple burst, of course, to go on with the Guard Dragon shenanigans that we do here. Beat Cop is Link 2. Gives you the right scales that you want for your whole other shenanigans. It's basically a mini Electromite. Because in cases that your hand is pretty good that you don't need to use an effect, you can just go into Beat Cop, no big deal. Finish off the Guard Dragon stuff. You play Vortex, of course. He's such a nasty card. For the synchros, we have Savage, because he is a savage, disgusting. We have Dawn Dragster, so I think I only went into Dawn Dragster like once. It was against Sky Strikers, and it didn't really do much, I believe. So he's pretty good. And of course, Ignister. This card was so good this weekend. I'm so happy I played that engine. No one expected this. No one really expected this card at all. Whenever I dropped it, they were like, oh crap. So such a good card. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just so good. Dweller, in case I saw any salad, it's important to note I did not see any Salaman Grace this weekend. There were some players in the room when I was walking around I saw, but I personally did not see any salad, and salad did not go to like top 8, I believe. But don't confirm me there. I know for a fact the salad wasn't in the final. That's all I know. The final was Orcus versus Orcus, which is very, very great. And then, of course, Gaga got Cowboy for time. Did not use this at all. So most of my matches did go into time, but I was already up in life where it didn't really matter. So Cowboy was there as just in case. Did not go into Cowboy at all. Borload won me so many duels this weekend. Unicorn, and of course, Burrow Sword also won me so many duels. So these cards were pseudo MVPs of the extra deck. It was so good this weekend. Yeah, so I forgot to tell you guys, but I had quite a few mirror matches this weekend, and I thankfully did not lose any of the Pendulum mirror matches. I only tied my first round. Yeah, first round mirror match. How do you feel about that? Shout out to my boy that duel. He was pretty cool. Yeah, really nice build that he had. We ended up tying, and after that, I didn't lose to any mirror matches after that. So it's pretty awesome. So side right now. So 3 Lancia. So as I mentioned, Orcus was both in the final. So Orcus was a thing this weekend, and it's still a thing. Did not actually. So I did end up playing against an Orcus deck, but it was like a Burning Abyss Orcus, and he never really had the chance to summon any of the Orcus monsters because I just kept negating things. So the only deck card I really sided this into was the Thunder match, the Dangerous Thunder match, which this card completely owned. I think her hand wasn't that good. But Lancia, of course. 2 Infinite Impermanence. This card continues to be one of my top cards in general. Probably should have played 3. To be honest with you, it's just so good. Yeah, love this card. 2 Red Reboot. Did not side this in at all. I barely saw back row this weekend, to be honest with you. I mean, I play against Draco, but this doesn't. I mean, this is okay against it. Did not see like Guru. Did not see like Altergeist this weekend. I actually didn't see Altergeist on the floor at all, so I'm interested to see. I hear Dazif is continuing to top of that, so I'm interested to see how many people pick that up again. But then did not side Reboot. I was really afraid of back rows. Heavy Storm Duster. I was afraid of that trap card. I forgot the name. The one that you have to set spell cards. Anti-Spell Fragrance. Yeah, I was afraid of Anti-Spell Fragrance because you have to set spell cards, and Pendulum cards you cannot set them on the scale. So that card literally destroys this deck. So Heavy Storm to try to out it. 2 Denko. Bear did not see it, so I tied it in, but did not see it this entire tournament at all. I mean, 22, but still absolutely worth it because back row is gonna be crazy. And of course, Dino Wrestler, he's so nasty. This card saved me so many times, to be honest with you. And then Evenly Match. Evenly Match was crazy. I evenly matched a couple times this weekend. It saved my butt many times, and yeah, so that's kind of it right there, to be honest with you. So overall mood, the meta is way open. I'm so disappointed to not top, 2 points shy, but it's okay. I mean, life learns, so I'm gonna try to keep going in other regionals. I might play a different deck. We'll see how it goes. I love Pendulums, but I'm also missing some other decks I want to play around with as well and try them out at the regionals, depending on how the meta goes. I'm expecting some crazy stuff with those hand traps, so we'll see what happens. This deck you can't out those traps. You just have to build some different cards, like Zephyr cards in here. But I really love the build. Very consistent. They don't have major issues. I know some people play Pot of Desires. Not a fan of that at all. I am not that lucky, so yeah, that's that. So guys, thank you for watching the video. More videos to come. I'll do some live duels and with like Pendulum mirror matches and stuff like that. And I'll do another deck profile. Forgot a quick shout out to my girl Monica, who actually ended up topping this regional. So shout out to her. She played Draco, of course, and her deck profile is gonna be coming up soon because it's a little bit different than the one I already have on the channel. So thank you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.